the Detroit Lions on the other side of a blowout loss as the Lions kind of blew out the Packers there against Green Bay. We played really well against them, and then the Lions also really blew out the Panthers. This time, the Lions lose to the Baltimore Ravens in just a very hard to watch game, hard to watch. And so I want to focus on one thing. I mean, there's so much, and obviously, when you lose like this, everything goes south. But let's just look at when the game really ended. It was right here. This halftime sequence. The Lions are down 28-0. They get a 22-yard pass to Josh Reynolds all the way down to the 35-yard line. Okay, so it's 28-0. The Lions are looking to get 7, and then they're going to go into halftime with 7, get the ball to start the second half. Here we go, right? You just like never know. But intentional grounding when a screen pass is just not blocked correctly at all. So it's 4th and long. So 4th and long, Detroit converts. It's like, okay, it's still a glimmer of hope, but Penei Sewell committed a holding, and the Lions then opted to punt versus on 4th and 25 with like 20 seconds to go. And so and then the game is effectively over at halftime, 28-0. And then they come out. We get the ball in the first half or second half. We don't do anything with it. Here's where the problem lies. Everyone's going to look at the defense just because it's just kind of a habit lately. Or, when anything goes wrong, Seattle, you look at the defense. This is clearly, to me, you expected the defense to take a step back this week. Been playing so dominant these last 3 games that, all right, good quarterback, mobile, good quarterback on the road. You're due for a letdown. And sure enough, defense is on letdown city. I mean, Lamar's just kind of doing everything. We're not sure how to rush. We're not being aggressive. We're just hesitant in every level, and Lamar's doing everything right and tough to stop. But I think the real problem in this game was the offense. The offense has to pick the defense up in a game like this. Go down, get 3 points, get a couple first downs and punt. You have to be able to move the ball a little bit. And the Lions go 3 and out. I mean, they had like 3 yards in the first quarter, 6 yards up until the last drive of the second quarter there before halftime. Up until that point, I mean, 0 first downs. They have like 11 first downs in the first half. Again, up until that last drive in the first half, the Lions have 0 first downs, 6 total yards. I mean, just the play calling felt very uncharacteristically vanilla, and a couple of the plays were just like basic handoffs to Jahmyr Gibbs, and it's just like that just felt so wasted play-y, where we don't have time to do that against this defense. They're revved up to level 100. I thought we'd treat this game a little more gimmicky and razzle dazzle-y than like a true straight up game, meaning we were just due for a letdown. So, they're fired up. They're 4-2. They're home. They're ready to go. They want to prove. They want all this stuff. Okay, so let's kind of play the underdog role, and instead of like no, and we didn't do that. And so, what I would have liked to seen some screens, some draws, some reverses, some not trick plays, but more play action, roll out a little bit, misdirection, trap plays. Instead, it looked like we tried to play it straight up, and we struggled big time against this Baltimore Ravens defense. So the Lions go 3 and out the first 6 drives. I mean, who knows? It was so hard to watch. But the point is, your defense is struggling. So again, it's not one thing, but if the offense would have gotten a couple first downs, get down there, kick a field goal at one point, anything. But when you're going straight up 3 and out, it's just going to be brutal. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one. Again, defensively, you can point in a lot of different directions. At the end of the day, Lamar Jackson is really good. We tend to forget that because he's been injured these past 2 seasons. He's had a contract thing. The guy is a really good quarterback. He can use his legs. There's always that threat. And we just went up against a buzzsaw against the Baltimore Ravens offense. So it's like our offense had to be able to make some plays, do something, and we weren't able to do that. And then Jared Goff, this has happened a few times in the outdoor elements. he gets the job done typically, but the balls don't look good. There's not the zip, there's not the spiral, and that's like, boy, again, that's like a little concerning, because who will we really go against in the playoffs that's going to give us problems? Based on winning the division, we would be home for our first game. And then after that, are you going to go to Philadelphia in January? Are you going to go to San Fran? So that's some things that are of a concern as a Lions fan. When just a week ago, we're like, I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to think here? Are we Super Bowl contenders? Like, this just showed, okay, it's a long season. The Lions have said it. We all know it, but until you experience what it's like to really get smashed like this, it's like, oh yeah, it's a long season, 17 games. Lions are fine. Was really prepared for the loss here, but didn't expect it like this. So I think if I'm a Lions fan, I go into this this next few games. So actually the next game and then a bye. It's like, let's go. Home game against the Raiders. Let's go. And let's win that game. And then we're back to 6-2 or whatever. And we go into a bye. There's nothing more you could ask for than that. So this one hurts just because it was like, wow, just haven't experienced any pain this year. Even the Seattle game was back and forth and a really good game, and you're playing, but this was just like from the start when it was 14-0, you were like, this is not good. This is really bad. And so sure enough, terrible. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this. Lions are going to be fine. 5-2, bye week in a couple weeks, come home, get a longer week for the Monday night game. Like, that's fine. It just offensively was so disappointed in the scheme and how we couldn't do anything offensively to help the defense just a little bit. And we knew this. It was clear Lamar is playing well, so we needed the offense to help. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.